Then came the day of unleavened bread, on which the Passover lamb had to be sacrificed. So Jesus and his beloved disciples celebrate their last Passover together.
I wanted so very much to celebrate this Passover meal with you. Now let us partake of the bitter herbs, the unseasoned lamb, the unleavened bread, and the unfermented wine, remembering the deliverance by God of his people Israel. Take and eat, for this is my body. Take and drink, for this is my blood, which is shed for you. And as often as you do this to remember me. For I will not drink of the fruit of the vine until that day when the kingdom of God comes. Tonight, there is one who will betray me, and he is sitting at this table.
Lord, is it I? Who could it be?
Rabbi, is it I?
Yes. It is he who dipped his bread with me. Jews, go and do what you must do.
Where did Judas go?
Don't worry about it. Jesus just told him to go do something. It's nothing important.
Maybe he went to pay for the meal.
Son of Man must die according to the will of God, but feel sorry for that man who betrays him.
Lord, I don't know about the others, but I would never betray you. I have a sword, and he has a sword. Aren't two enough?
It is enough. It is quite enough. Peter, before this night is ended, you will deny me 3 times.
Never, Lord.
Listen to me. Satan has asked permission to tempt you, and I have prayed for you that your faith will not fail you. Listen to me. I will be with you just a little while longer. I go to prepare a place for you. But before I leave you with one last commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you.
Well now, Judas, I'm certainly glad to do business with such a sensible fellow. Now let's see. The price was 20 pieces of silver, wasn't it?
30, of course. Money is of very little interest to me, for I am the keeper of the purse of all the followers of Jesus. I, of course, am loyal to our forefathers as well as Caesar. And even furthermore, I cannot bear to see money wasted, and Jesus regards it as if it was so important.
Oh, I quite agree. Money is never to be wasted. Now, you have known Jesus for many years. Why have you decided to turn against him?
Well, I feel that if he was king of Israel, the people and the priest would be on his side. Instead, you opposed him. And one night at a feast, he insulted me. I told him that he should sell the spice some sinner was putting on his feet. He told me to let the woman be, for the poor would always be there, but I would only be there a short time longer.
Sounds as if this Jesus is a selfish man. But come, Judas. Here's your 30 pieces of silver. 30 pieces of silver. A small amount to save a nation. 30 pieces of silver. The price of a slave. Are you sure you can deliver this Jesus to us? That is quite a sum.
Never fear. I know the whereabouts of Jesus. It is the Garden of Gethsemane. He goes there when he wants to get away from the crowd, the people, and the multitudes.
Garden of Gethsemane. Don't worry about a thing. I'll take over from here. Here's your money, and thanks for your help. I assure you, I couldn't have done it without you.
Now remember our deal. No harm is to come to Jesus. You only to arrest him and teach him a lesson.
What could we possibly do? We don't have the death penalty. But the Romans have the death penalty, and this Jesus must die. He seeks to escape the crowds. Why never have enough people? He dresses in rags. Why dress in priestly robes? I am educated. While he talks in parables anyone can understand. I hate him, and he will die.
Remain awake and pray. You three, remain here, stay awake, and pray. Father, the hour is here, and I glorify your name. My soul is near death. Father, I thank you for giving these to me, for they are yours. I pray for them, Father, not for the world. And I pray that you will keep them in the world and free from evil. Father, I pray not for these alone, but for those who will come after hearing their words. I pray, Father, that you will make them one as I, Father, am in you, and you are in me. And I pray, Father, that the world will believe that you have sent me. Peter, could you not stay awake with me 1 hour? Remain awake and pray so that you can overcome your temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Oh, Father, I pray that this cup of suffering can pass from me. But if this cup cannot pass from me unless I drink from it, then, Father, I ask that you give me strength to do your will. Sleep on. Arise, awake. I am being delivered into the hands of sinful men. Judas, you betray me with a kiss?
Pilate! 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 Pilate!
Sir, there's a large group of Jews requesting your presence immediately.
Requesting, it sounds like they're demanding to me. Send them into the hall of judgment.
I am sorry, my Lord Pilate, but it is forbidden to enter a Gentile place. We would be unclean and could not eat the Passover meal.
Very well, I'm awake. But can't you Jews settle your own problems?
We have a man who is found misleading your people. He was proclaiming himself to be king and telling the people not to pay their taxes.
Are you the king of the Jews?
Do you ask for yourself or because of others?
Am I a Jew? It's your own people that have brought you here to me. It's their own religious argument.
My kingdom is not of this world. All those who are of the truth hear my voice.
Truth? What is truth? You Jews have brought this man to me before me as a criminal, one who is misleading the people, and it's really one of your own religious arguments. I find no fault in this man. And Herod has sent him back to me. He found no fault in him either. This man has done nothing to deserve death. I will have him released. It is your custom at Passover that I have one prisoner released. I shall release the king of the Jews.
Barabbas! 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 Barabbas!
Barabbas!
Whip Jesus and bring him to me.
Pilate, I had a dream last night. Have nothing to do with this man.
Also, bring that murderer Barabbas to me. And when they see Jesus in that condition, they'll want him released and Barabbas, not Barabbas. Behold, the King of the Jews. I bring him to you and show you that I find no fault in him. Behold your king.
We have no king but Caesar! We have no king but Caesar!
What shall I do with Jesus?
Crucify him! Crucify him! Crucify him!
But what evil has he done?
Crucify him! Crucify him! Crucify him!
What shall I do with Barabbas?
Free Barabbas! Free Barabbas! Free Barabbas!
Guard, bring me water. I am innocent of the blood of this innocent man. Barabbas is to be set free, and Jesus is to be crucified.
If you are the Son of God, come down from the cross and save yourself, and save us too.
Quiet. Don't you fear God? You and I deserve our fate. But this man has done nothing wrong. Jesus, when you go to your kingdom, remember me.
I tell you, this very day, you will be with me in paradise.
Jesus, tear down this temple and rebuild it.
Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. Woman, behold your son. Son, behold your mother. Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. My God, why have you forsaken me?
He calls for Elijah. A lot of good a dead man could do for him.
I thirst. Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. It is finished.
What have I done? I only meant to hurt him a little, and now he's dead. Killed by my own hands. My God, please forgive me. I cannot live with this terrible sin. You two, guard the tomb. You, put the braids over there. You, start a fire. The rest, find a place to rest. We'll be here for 3 days. Now!
I don't see why we have to guard a dead man's tomb.
As I've said before, Pontius Pilate ordered us to guard a dead man's tomb. And as Roman soldiers, when Pontius Pilate orders us to guard a dead man's tomb, we simply guard a dead man's tomb.
I scourged the man 39 times and he refused to cry out. What a stubborn man.
I admire this man, Jesus. He's much more than a man.
What do you mean, Cornelius?
Well, when we arrested him a few days ago, he cut off my friend Malchus's ear. Jesus healed his ear, and you can't even tell it has been cut off.
That's got to be some kind of a trick.
But then what about the blind and the lame he has healed?
This man, Jesus, we all saw him die. We saw him get buried in the tomb. In a few days, the world will have forgotten him, and we can go home.
The sun will be rising soon, and our duty will be over here. And I can go home and get into a warm bed.
Some say the Messiah will rise again. Do you think his followers believe that? What a bunch of nonsense. We all saw him die. It took 3 men to roll that stone into place. They'd have to fight us for him. It'd take an army, and plus his disciples are in hiding. It's impossible.
What was that thing?
The body, it's gone.
What do you mean the body's gone?
It's gone.
We're all dead men. Pilate will have us beheaded.
Never fear. I will go to Caiaphas. He will straighten things out with Pilate for us.
Oh, Mary, this stone is so huge. How are we going to remove it? Do you think the soldiers will help us?
I don't think they would want to help any Jews. I hate those Romans.
My son Jesus would say to love your enemies, Salome. Remember, there are good Romans also. As for the tomb, we will let God take care of that problem.
I wish Jesus was here. Oh, if only he was still living.
Look, the tombstone has been rolled away and there's a man sitting on it.
Do not be afraid. Why do you look for Jesus among the dead?
Women, why are you crying?
Go, tell his disciples that he is risen.
I will go tell the disciples the great news.
Why are you crying?
Because they have taken my Lord's body, and I don't know where they have taken it to.
Woman, why are you crying? Who are you looking for?
Sir, if you have taken my Lord's body, please tell me where you have taken it, and I will go get it.
Mary?
Master!
Don't touch me. I have not yet ascended into my Father in heaven. Go and tell the disciples, I go to my Father and to your Father, to my God and to your God. Go you therefore into all the nations, preaching the gospel to every living creature, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And fear not, for I am with you always, even until the end of the world. If you would like to participate in our plays, please call 436-3038. Ask for Walt Peterson, or call 263-0997 at the Linden Church of Christ.